Well, topping the news at 5:30, Jewish Family Services can now help more people thanks to a new batch of funding. They're a part of a social care network that will help people on Medicaid find housing, transportation, and even get healthy food.
Yeah, we're joined now by Catherine Diebold. She's the Vice President of Behavioral Health and Wellness Programs at JFS to learn a little bit more about this new program. Thank you for being here.
Dave and Kelsey, thank you for having me.
Let's talk a little bit about this collaborative. You pronounced it WINIAC, right?
Yes.
Okay, that is an acronym that stands for a bunch of different things. Western New York is in there. Tell us the importance of this collaborative and why it was created.
Sure. WINIAC is the larger organization. They're the social care network in Western New York, and they're really spearheading this larger movement to roll out these social care navigation services and the housing services. So we're contracted directly with them to provide these direct services to our clients who are Medicaid eligible or Medicaid enrolled.
And when did this start and why?
Sure. WINIAC started back in August. They were identified by the state to be the social care network. And then we came on board with WINIAC in the fall, and then we were contracted to start the services in January, and we're active and live with the services right now.
And this effectively, both the WINIAC, the umbrella organization, as well as, of course, the partner organizations, 70 of them, just like JFS, you guys help to fill the gaps. What are those gaps? What do those exist for people who may not be real familiar with those systems?
Absolutely. Well, right now, housing is a huge issue in our community, affordable housing, being able to navigate housing. We have many clients who are in need of housing, so that's a huge one for us. Also, the healthcare system is very, very complex for people to navigate. So really where we come in is working directly with our clients to help them navigate those services, get connected. When they're in need, show them what to do, guide them through the process.
Where did this money come from? And, we are seeing so many cuts to programs like this federally.
Yes.
Is the money going to continue coming down the pipeline?
Sure. We don't know that. There's a lot of uncertainty right now. It is Medicaid dollars. So really at JFS and really amongst all our partner organizations, we're kind of grabbing the bull by the horns and doing these services now because we have our neighbors, our community, they're in need. So really our focus is how can we do this as quickly as possible, get them the services that they need now before there are any cuts that we don't know about.
And it's almost like the money is here now. It's literally in the bank account. We better use it before another decision is made.
Absolutely.
So I think it's a great approach. What are some of the needs? You mentioned before housing and medical assistance are really big needs for the population. Who are we talking about here?
Sure.
Who are the people who are, these days we're hearing a lot about fraud, waste and abuse and all these things. But it doesn't seem like there's a lot of that there if there are so many organizations who are helping these very foundational, basic needs of our neighbors here in Western New York.
Correct. Yeah, we're talking about our low-income individuals. We're talking about the elderly. We're talking about veterans. We're talking about victims of domestic violence. All of our Medicaid-enrolled populations that really need these additional services to help them be well. That's really the focus is if you don't have housing, if you don't have transportation, if you don't have nutrition, you really can't be well. So that's why these basic needs are so important.
Yeah.
You guys were and still are helping refugees resettle in this community. We know a lot of those programs were cut as well by the federal government. How did you make this transition into that? And are you still doing that, a little bit of that, into this?
Sure. So we have had a care coordination program at JFS. That is work that we've been doing. Also, the folks who are working with refugee and immigrants, they are case managers. They have those foundational skills. So really it was a natural fit to say who on our staff who could be at risk of losing their job can move into this program. So that's been a great opportunity for those staff and to be able to serve an expanded population in our community. We do still have some refugee resettlement that is continuing. There were folks who came in December who we still are continuing to work with. And if they're eligible for these programs, we will be able to roll them into these programs, which is exciting so that they can continue to get the support that they need.
For folks who are watching at home and may have some questions about whether they are eligible, I'm assuming you have to be at least currently enrolled in Medicaid in order to be eligible to receive these services. Maybe perhaps a tip on someone if they want to get started down that path. Where do they go? And we've got a number and a website. Hopefully that's the first place, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They can absolutely look on our website. They can call our offices. One of our skilled navigators will talk them through the process of what they need to do, talk them about eligibility. If they're not enrolled in Medicaid, we can connect them with people who do assist people with getting connected and enrolled in Medicaid.
after they get enrolled, kind of what is the first thing that they go through with you guys?
Absolutely. So they're going to meet with one of our skilled navigators who's going to do a brief screening tool to really talk with them about what are your needs. There's a lot of needs that there are. What are specific to you? How can we link you to the services that you need? So we're going to do that brief screening tool. We're going to find out what they need, and then we're going to link and refer them to the services that they need, whether it's internal services that we have at JFS, such as the housing services that we're going to be rolling out, or linking them and connecting them with other services in the community.
That is really great. Appreciate you being here, Doctor, and your participation, and obviously this very important movement, I think, because it is a big need. I mean, this thing is launched in August to fill a need, and it's a need there that is filled now by 70 partner organizations. Dozens of local organizations that are getting into this. So thank you for participating.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.